Maila Ashfaq is on an impossible mission.
So right now we're going to see a TB patient who is essentially the mother of her family because she's a 16-year-old. Her mother passed away with TB 2 years ago and her father died 8 years ago of another disease.
Miss Ashfaq goes door to door through the dense slums of Karachi. Her job is to contain drug-resistant tuberculosis, a lung disease that often kills in Pakistan. Drug-resistant TB is a disease of the poor, and Sumaira is one of its most dire victims.
The biggest thing is that there's no guardian here who can take care of us and relieve our stress.
At 16, Sumaira has a contagious, life-threatening illness, and she's in charge of her 6 siblings. They live together in this room. Sumaira is one of 900 contagious people living with drug-resistant TB in Karachi.
The unidentified 32-year-old man remains locked in this Atlanta hospital.
In America, drug-resistant TB patients are quarantined, and even one case causes fear.
One man carrying a deadly disease from entering the country.
Drug-resistant TB can be cured with antibiotics.
He has to take 8 in the morning and 8 at night.
But only by taking them every day for 2 years. But in Pakistan, most patients stop taking their pills if they feel better. Others are embarrassed by the social stigmas of the disease, and they hide their illness.
A lot of our patients have come to the point when they feel like, I have so many side effects, I'm not getting better, and I'm ready to give up.
After 5 months of antibiotics, Sumaira is exhausted, depressed, and dizzy. She has 19 months to go.
And the way they earn is through doing handiwork on cloth and selling that. But since she's been sick, she hasn't been really able to do that because she's been unwell and she's tired all the time.
The family earns $50 a month selling textiles. As her productivity dips, so does the family's meager income.
This is a rented house and we can't work properly for 2 months, and you have to pay for electricity and gas bills. There's no peace of mind because of our stress. So how can we eat properly?
To keep the family afloat, Miss Ashfaq's clinic provides food rations. And it covers the price of antibiotics, $4,000 per patient. The clinic is run by the Indus Private Hospital and funded by wealthy Pakistanis. They hope to expand across the country, where thousands suffer from drug-resistant TB. The disease spreads by coughing and breathing. But in Sumaira's unventilated room, the only option is a mask, and she doesn't wear one. It's only a matter of time until her siblings get drug-resistant TB.
I can ask them to wear a mask, but it's in a way unreasonable because when I am wearing this mask for 4 hours, it gets very tedious. So, the most I can say is that when you cough, if you feel like coughing, you cover your mouth and you stay outdoors as much as possible. And I just hope that they do that.
At the clinic, as patients come in to pick up their weekly drug supply, Miss Ashfaq faces another barrier.
हम आपके घर आ सकते हैं, अपने ट्रीटमेंट सपोर्टर को आपके घर भेज सकते हैं क्या? जो आपकी बेटी का हर रोज़ दवाइयाँ होने दे और उनको देख ले, ऐसा हो सकता है?
नहीं।
क्यों नहीं हो सकता?
लेकिन मैं खुद से परेशान हूँ कि जाहिर है दुनिया में सब फैल जाएगी बात कि इसको टीबी है, फिर इसके रिश्ते भी लगे हुए हैं।
रिश्ते लगे हुए हैं?
जी, रिश्ते लगे हुए हैं, तो वो भी ख़ानदान के अंदर है, तो मैं चाह रही कि ऐसा ना हो।
तो आप अपने ख़ानदान वालों को नहीं बता रहे?
नहीं।
ख़ानदान वालों को पता?
किसी को ये भी नहीं पता है कि हम यहाँ से दवा ले आते हैं, मैं जैसे आती हूँ दवा ले आती हूँ।
It's strange because, there are people out there who do a lot to get someone visiting their house on a weekly basis, on a daily basis rather, and taking care of the patient. But in this case, she is adamant that she doesn't want anyone.
When we began our program just about a year ago, there was an initial reluctance on the part of the government and the Ministry of Health to accept how big a problem drug-resistant TB was in the country. At 50.
Amir Khan's an American-trained doctor from Pakistan. He's the director at the TB clinic at Indus.
Once you say that there is a problem, you own it and you have to fix it. And this is a problem that is very, very difficult to fix. What we said was, if we take this challenge on, maybe we can convince the government that it can be fixed.
We have a heavy rush over here.
The government's health system is severely underfunded, and clinics like these are overwhelmed.
There are more than 100 patients sitting outside, and these are all tuberculosis patients.
The crippled system leaves the fight to private facilities like Indus. But their pilot project treats only 50 patients. Others are waitlisted, and new cases are constant. Beamish is 15. She has a troubling cough, and she's here to find out if she's caught TB from her father. He wears a mask at the clinic, but he rarely wears one at home.
तो अब मसला ये है कि जो आपकी बीमारी है, आपके वालिद की जो टीबी की बीमारी है, वो तुम्हारी भी बलगम में आई है, ठीक है? कोई बात नहीं। और इसी को आपसे ही किसी पॉइंट पे लगी है।
I think the cause is certainly worth it. The people who walk the streets in the heat, literally day and night, I don't think we find a reason to get tired. I think because each one of these stories, each one of them is so motivating. Each family that's been devastated by TB encourages you to just keep going.